Hello everybody, my name is Ruben Hamlin and I'm showing off my DT NEA GCSE coursework or whatever you want to call it for 2022 to 2023, and I'm just going to run through what you should do if you are doing DT as a GCSE next year or a few years to come, I don't know, and how to get the highest amount of marks you can. I've not got my grade back yet, so this might not be completely accurate, but once I get my grade, I'll put it in the title, and I'm hoping for the top band of marks. So yeah, I thought I'd show you guys this, and I hope you enjoy. And I'm here to tell you how to get as many marks as you can. So, obviously, as you know, or you probably don't know, you get 3 topics to choose from, and you want to make and research a product, or make a product, or construct a product through all your research and designing processes. So, this is my first slide, and this is where I just investigated caring for animals and what's it actually about. And I just wrote about what challenges may I face while doing this, what does pet care mean, how is pet care, how does it affect our day-to-day lives if you own a pet, you know what I mean? So I just wrote some common animal products, who are the users, etc., existing products, yeah. Now, this is my second page of investigate. I just researched the economic and social impacts, target market, who's going to be buying the product that I make, obviously pet owners, pet carers, etc. Who are the users, which is the same as the target market, basically. Why are some pet products so useful? And I wrote a rational statement in every slide that I did, just to show the examiner throughout that I actually knew what I was talking about. And make sure you write as much as you can, but don't waffle. Quality over quantity, everybody. Pardon me. So, this is my next slide. It's just a mind map. I obviously did a summary, and it's caring for animals, existing products, colours, quality checks, shapes, target market, to-do list, brand names, material finish, strength. Yeah, you can just pause it and read it if you want. Or just, if you want to make a mind map like this, use the app called Simple Mind. I don't know if you can get it on your computer, but I did get it on my iPad. That's how I made it. It didn't take me ages. It took me an hour or so, but it's definitely worth it for the higher marks. Now, this is my client profile. You probably want to make a client profile. I hope your teacher told you to. And obviously, I put a summary statement. I asked my client some questions. My client was my mum, but that is not my mum. That's a random image from the internet. I forgot to change it. And I wrote my relations of how it linked to the topic I chose. So I chose carer for 2 dogs, 2 guinea pigs, and a bird, which is, it links quite well. Now I chose 2 designers. I chose someone who, Joe Markham. He made the Kong company, which they design pet toys, so it linked quite well. And, oh wow, it says Joe Markham twice. Okay, so that's not Joe Markham. That is Etor Sotsas. I forgot to change that. That is bad. But that is Etor Sotsas. It's a different designer which I chose. And now this is my existing product analysis, where I just zoomed in on some products, wrote my rating, positives, negatives of every product, summary of both products. This one did take a while, but it's definitely worth it, trust me. This is my first initial ideas page, where I just drew some ideas of some existing products, so I could kind of get a better idea of what I'm going to be doing. I wrote my client feedback, my summarized thoughts of this page, and my functionality and aesthetic of all the designs. My design problem and my design brief and intentions. My design problem was my client's dogs tend to get bored very quickly, and they distract my client from when she's working from home. So I wanted to try create a product which would fix that problem. This is my specification point. It just says everything about what I want. Specification point is basically some targets that you set that you want your final product to meet, and you can evaluate that at the end of your product being made. And you can ask your client to do that as well. So it links quite well. This is my client. This is a morphological ideas page, where I just drew some more ideas, which were some pretty cool ideas. This is one where you drop the dog ball in from the top. it rolls out for the dog to chase. The dog can drop it in themselves, so it's self-entertainment. This is a cat brush in the design of a guitar, a hamster wheel with some planets around it, and an elephant bird feeder, which is pretty cool. Summarized thoughts, client feedback, everything else like that. You want to stay detailed on every page. When I first started doing this, I literally only had my design page fully zoomed in, fit on the screen, nothing else written about it. So I added all this to get higher marks and showed it's a lot more detailed. I put a lot more time into it, so I can actually show that I want those higher marks, you know what I mean? This is my contextual link page. I just drew some more ideas and did everything else I did on my other pages. Try to do that if you can. Concept design selection process, I chose number 1 and 2, which if you look back at this was the one where the dog drops the ball in and it rolls out, and this is the same. And my client liked that idea, as her dogs tended to get quite distracted get very bored and distracted my client from working, so I had to fix that. Now, this is my exploded isometric design page, and I just drew some more ideas, did an isometric drawing. It's quite small. I didn't do the exploded drawing that good, but you can still kind of visualize how it works. Did some funnel ideas, zoomed in on how the lid could come off the rocket ship. Summarized thoughts, client response. I didn't really know how to talk about functionality and aesthetics on this page, because I've already written so much, and I've written on the page itself as well, so that works. My scales of production, what I chose batch production. I said why I chose it as well. Cardboard prototypes. This is some just cardboard prototypes of the dog toy I was thinking of making. And yeah, I basically made one, which is a cardboard prototype of this one, and I made one of the cylinder one like this. And if you want to get the highest marks, just remember to take photos of everything. If you're making something, take as many photos. You can fill up more space, you can write more. It's just going to help you in the end. But if you don't have many photos, just use diagrams like I did. It was quite helpful. My design ideas prior manufacturer. This is the one I chose actually in the bottom here, but I did draw some other ideas where you drop the ball in, the dog drops the ball in. This was like just a picture of a hand dropping the ball in. My plywood model. This was my plywood model that I made, which was pretty cool. And this is my cardboard one. This is the one where you drop the ball and it goes on the background. It rolls out. As you can see, that's the ball. It goes in and rolls out for the dog to chase around the house. And yeah, it's got a rocket ship on the side, which is just for extra design. And it's got the moon design on the side, which is pretty cool. This is my CAD and CAM page. I didn't do that many CAD and CAM designs, but you can kind of visualize what my product will look like. I wrote, what program did I use? LibreCAD. I'd recommend 2D design. If you know how to use Fusion 360 as well, that is very good. Download Fusion 360 if your school can let you download it. And what went well, even better if, how CAD and CAM would be used in the industry, and what manufacturing techniques would be used if I were to batch produce my product. Now, so my final development drawing. This is actually my dog, and I wrote a lot about the product in general and how it would be made, what it would be made out of, how is this going to help my client, everything like that. This is my material cutting list, so it's just straight there. It's pretty and I did a CAD planned out cutting list on LibreCAD as well, so that's pretty good. My manufacturing plan, which is quite detailed, I just literally wrote about what materials and processes I'm going to use for when making my product, health and safety, how I'm going to stay safe, description and method of manufacture, which means how did I do it, how did I use that machine to make my product, or cut that part, sand it down, glue it, you know what I mean. And quality assurance, which basically means to assure my product or my parts or my product is up to a good amount of quality for my final product. I think that's right. My final model manufacturer, which actually was very successful, rocket ship, moon, and it rolls out the dog ball, which is pretty cool for the dog chase. My manufacturing diary, and this went pretty successful. I got a lot of photos. Like I said, get a lot of photos. Health and safety considerations and quality checks. And this is just it. Continued. Did the same thing on this page, and that's a picture of it being clamped together. I wrote about every process I did. Just do that. This was a flow diagram of the manufacturing process. I did write a lot. I couldn't fit it in, so I had to make it a lot smaller. But as you can see, I did put a lot of time into it, and that's what you need to put in to get a good grade on your coursework, obviously. So, and a benefit of doing good on your coursework is basically a guaranteed pass. If you're gonna get a grade 9 in the coursework, it's impossible to fail, quite literally. If you get a grade 9 in the coursework and don't even sit the test, and I'm not recommending this, I'm just giving an example, you will literally average out a grade 4.5, so a grade 4. It's impossible to fail. And here we go. So this is my first product evaluation, where I literally wrote about all my specification points, my design brief and specification points, ensure the product is user friendly whilst fitting into precise aesthetics that my client wants. And I just waffled good quality stuff though. I didn't just waffle. And yeah, now it's my brief product analysis. Overall, I'm pleased with the outcome of this project, and then I said I evaluate the product against my specification in more detail on the next couple of slides. I did my testing and summary, where I just tested the aesthetics, style and theme. What else we got? Quality, materials, joints, tools, part of product. I wrote public opinion on what people thought about it, explanation on what this means. My modifications evaluation. Basically, this means what problems did I face while following through with designing, constructing, manufacturing my product, and how I went around that problem and fixed it, basically, instead of having a product that doesn't function as effective as my client wanted. So I made sure it was effective. I evaluated this. Client feedback, what they thought about it, what they didn't like about it, what they thought I could improve, what could be better, what was amazing about it, you know what I mean. And I wrote questions, and yeah, it went pretty well. And this is my final page, which is my peer evaluation page, where I went to my peers, even my teacher on the right, wrote about it. And yeah, it went very well. This is my whole GT NEA 2022-2023. I hope you guys liked it. I'm not sure I'm going to get what grade I'm going to get, obviously, until summer. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. If you guys want to comment anything below, hopefully at least like 5 people watch this. But if they don't, it's completely fine. Thank you for watching, and yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.